Welcome, everybody, to Carver Swag's Bird of the Day. So, my guest today is Jindal. Jindal is a lion, and lions are known for being from the continent of Africa. And I was like, well, what's a cool African bird? I was looking through my pictures, and came upon one that, well, this is a pretty cool bird. It's a very beautiful bird. Kind of a big bird. And, well, lions may be king of the jungle. We got a bird that is crowned. And that bird is the gray crowned crane. Now, they don't, it's the gray crowned crane, not the gray crowned crane. Because you see, their crowns are very much not gray. They are gray, and they are crowned, and they are a crane. But they're not a gray crowned crane. They're a gray crowned crane. Does that make sense? You got that, Jindal?
Yes.
Yes. A crowned gray crane? Yeah, they should be a crowned gray crane. But as you see, I don't know. What if I look at this bird and like, what color is this bird? I wouldn't say gray. I would say multi. I mean, they got grays. They got several shades of gray. But they got a little red in their tails. They got some yellow. They got their red little waddle. They got striking blue eyes. And that beautiful golden crown. I mean, this is a beautiful bird. Absolutely beautiful bird. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, look at the blue. I like blue.
Yeah, so beautiful. Let's learn a little bit more about them. Well, as you can see there, they are a sub-Saharan African bird. Looks like they like hanging out in the real savanna areas of Africa. So, you know, you got your Kenyas, which we mentioned earlier, little Tanzanias, your Zambias, little South Africas, and all those other many wonderful countries there. They like to hang out in kind of wetlands areas of those countries and hanging around doing their crane thing. I mean, God, just such a beautiful, cool bird. I mean, look at them standing up there. And they're big birds. 71 to 79 inches long. Holy crap, that's a big bird. That's a really big bird. Hey, he's a 6-foot bird. Holy crap. And their wingspan, just as wide. You know, their wingspans are regularly over 6 feet long. So, yeah, big old birds. But they're kind of skinny boys. They don't, you know, for a bird that big, they only weigh 6.6 to 8.8 pounds. So they're not big chunky boys like a goose or a turkey. But they have very, very long wings and nice long tails. And, of course, that big old long neck. So they're just stretched out little birdie guys. And pretty good lifespans. They live 22 to 25 years. That's a pretty good lifespan for a bird. Not too bad. And, of course, they are in the Gruiformes order, which is the order that includes all cranes. And one thing I just want to let people know, they're like, we say, oh, cranes and herons, they're pretty similar, right? No. Herons and other birds are in a totally different order. But, yeah, I gotta say it's because they kind of look similar. But, no, they are different. Totally different categories of birds. They just have a lot of similarities. So these guys are pretty social birds, living in flocks of 30 to 150. So that's pretty good units. And these guys, their mating rituals are so cool. They reach sexual maturity on their 3rd year. And usually it's that beginning of the breeding season in that 3rd year that the younger chicks will start to do these mating dances. And when 2 of them find a pair, they kind of do the little dance with each other and pair up. And when the other birds see this happen, they will surround the couple and make like calls and dances and like celebrate that 2 birds have found their life mate. So, yeah, these guys have weddings. Great crowned cranes have weddings. That's amazing. Like, I haven't heard of any other birds that do that, but literally the whole flock will celebrate when 2 decide to mate up. And then they have a little, look at the little baby on there. Isn't that a cute little baby? It's like the longest stretched out little, his little wing. He's so cute. Oh, fuzzball. But yeah, the rainy seasons are usually when they're going to do their breeding. Not nice soft mud to work with. They're going to build their nests on the ground, usually near a body of water or river or lake or something like that. They're going to have 2 to 5 eggs per clutch. And while the eggs are incubating, both parents are going to take turns incubating and raising the chicks. But they also kind of do this within their big flocks. So while the parents are, getting those eggs gone, the rest of the flock kind of works as lookouts and watch it. So in case a predator comes by, they kind of work as a flock to keep the predators away. But unfortunately, there are still a lot of predation. Whenever you have big eggs on the ground, snakes and some bigger rodents, or maybe some smaller things like weasels and stuff, lots of things that can get those eggs, but they tend to do pretty good. And then once the babies are born, both parents are going to help, take care of the babies. Now, they don't do a lot of, you see like, baby sparrows or something, and the babies are going to be helpless for a few weeks, and the parents have to bring food to it. They don't do that. These babies, once they're born, they are fully mobile, and will start, the first couple days, the parents will kind of like gather food for them. But after that, the babies are kind of on their own, and the parents will basically just supervise them while they go around and grab food. So the babies become kind of self-sufficient in terms of getting their own food pretty darn quick. They hatched, pretty much ready to go. I think that's pretty neat. Now, I talked about this mating dance. You guys see this mating dance. Oh my god, this mating dance is amazing. I got a video of it. I got a video. We're gonna show the mating dance right now. Well, here's a couple of them just out in the field. These beautiful birds. And as you can see, that's just kind of how they do, is they just walk around grassy fields. Oh, yeah, here's our mating dance part. Oh yeah. We got a young couple. Hey, baby, look, I can bounce on one leg. Yeah, well, I can bob my head. Oh, yeah, check on my wings. Yeah, it just goes to show when they put their wings out just how big they are. Hey, baby, check out my wings. Aren't they beautiful? Get out of here. I'm dancing now. Yeah, get out of here. This is my lady. Yeah, it's kind of neat.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, we don't need to see that again. So yeah, as cranes are known to do, these guys don't have a little soft song. Rather, they have a rather loud honking sound that they make. I don't know if you ever heard of whooping cranes. Pretty similar to that. They have a nice, big, powerful voices that can be heard from miles away. A really loud honk. It's kind of like these guys are like the air horns of the African savanna. As you were seeing at the beginning of that clip, these guys are omnivorous, and they actually spend most of their day walking around just grazing on grasses. They like to eat a lot of seeds. They like to eat a lot of nuts and berries. But, they also, see a bug, eat a bug. See like a small, if they see like a little rodent or a mouse or something, they'll eat that. They see a tiny little gecko, they'll eat that. Kind of whatever they can get their hands on. They're going to walk around and find little stuff to eat. But they eat a lot of very little things, so they ended up basically just eating all day. Something that I can very much sympathize with. I understand that very much. But yeah, they are very social birds. They like to form bonds with the other members of their flock, and they will spend time grooming each other. And then they do the dance to form bonds, but they don't necessarily just do that with mates. They'll kind of like dance and hop around and be playful with people that they just want to be friends with. It's kind of neat. Another interesting thing about them is that most species of crane will roost on the ground, kind of in tall brush and stuff. But these guys actually fly up to trees and will roost in trees. Not unusual for birds, but unusual for cranes. Cranes don't usually do that, but these guys do, because they're one of the pretty much all cranes enjoy spending time in water and like being in water. But these are one of the more terrestrial cranes out there. They don't get me wrong. They like the water. They like wading. They'll go through the water and get some like small fishes and stuff like that. But they spend far more time on land compared to water than most species of crane. And so that's probably why they like to roost up in trees. You saw those big wings. They are decent flyers. They can fly, but they don't do it like a lot. They don't really migrate. They'll fly short distances to find, better food areas. So they can fly pretty decently, but they're not the most amazing flyers out there. But yeah, they fly when they need to, but they spend most of their day on the ground. An interesting thing about these birds is that they actually do very, very well in captivity. They live longer lives and seem to do okay so long as they're not alone. Because, they're social birds. So if you have like a small colony of them in captivity, they seem to do pretty good. And I actually gotta say, the picture on the right there that you're seeing, not the flag, the picture. I took this picture at a zoo in Minnesota. This is a bird. This is a great crowned crane that is in captivity here in Minnesota, and there was several of them in the enclosure, and they were hanging out with zebras and ostriches. There's zebras and ostriches in the same enclosure, and they're hanging out. Seem to have a good time. Now they are very popular birds in the region. And as you can see, the flag down there is the flag of Uganda. And they have put the great crowned crane right there in the middle of their flag. Good job, Uganda. I love any country that puts a bird on their flag. We're big fans of birds on flags here. But they've been important in a lot of tribal cultures. There's many cultures there where these birds are kind of said to bring good omens of rain. And they bring the rains. And a lot of them will do rain dances, and they will actually mimic the dance of the great crowned crane in their rain dances. And will use their feathers and stuff, and I think that's kind of cool. But there is the sad part of the great crowned crane, and it's that over the last 50 years, there's been a significant decline in their populations. And they've lost a lot of habitat to development. And for a while there, they were hunted for their feathers. And so, unfortunately, they are classified as endangered right now. There are works being put into place to hopefully get them back on track and stable and growing. But unfortunately, they are endangered. So right now, there's estimated about 30 to 35,000 of them left in the wild. And so here's hoping that some conservation efforts can work out, because, I mean, it would be terrible to lose such a beautiful bird like this. It's terrible. So what are my final thoughts? Well, I mean, I gotta say, the great crowned crane is gray crowned is one of the most beautiful birds. I love that crown on their head. I love their family structure. I mean, I got nothing negative to say about this bird. What do you think, Jindal?
I think they're amazing, considering that they're endangered, and I mean, they look amazing. They got a crown. Yeah.
Yeah.
All interesting.
Yeah, very interesting birds. I love their lifestyle. They're cute. They're beautiful. Here's hoping that they'll be around for a lot longer, because we love the gray crowned crane, and I don't know, might be my favorite crane. Sorry, whooping crane, you guys sit down. These guys kick ass. So we're gonna call this bird of the day done, because what more can we say about the gray crowned crane? Not much. Great bird. So thanks to everybody for watching this presentation of Bird of the Day, and we're gonna head back to the studio.